Okay, here we're about 4:30, November 13th. Yeah, the other guys over there, we're in the same field. I don't know how many acres. I haven't reached up the acres. Just keeping a running tally of all the acres that's been chisel plowed. Sorry, and some black mucky stuff here that's really pulling hard. It's kind of, yeah, it's taking some power. But doing darn good. Let's see, all the ammonia is on that we're going to do. So I got 15, 20 acres left to do in the spring. I'm not sure it's that many acres, but give or take somewhere in there. Probably 15, but I'm not really looking at the field to see what they actually did leave, but 15 we'll call it, 20, whatever. It's done. They finished this morning, even gassed. Me and Jeremy, we worked the milo stalks last night. Well, Uncle dissed them. We went back and we chiseled, ripped them both, just get them done quick. So they're done. They gassed them this morning, along with 2 other bean fields. So, yeah, and the milo stalks where the one field is, well, the last one video, they're going all back to corn with the other field. So, yeah, they didn't know he was going to. They kind of didn't have it wrote down that I was going to have all that chiseled, so they come back there, it was real close, and come back and got them all gassed. So yeah, setting good there. Uncle is done disking. Well, I'm going to disc a spot right there tomorrow. I got 5 acres there by our grain bins to do. I like to blow everything off right there, so when I get done, we're doing this. I wanted to rip this field because I chisel plowed it 2 years ago. He's in the black mucky. That's the more black muck hole right there. He's in it. It needed a good ripper ran through it. This all did really, but trying to get it done quick, get him home quicker as well. So I got 28 acres to do tomorrow with the chisel plow, and the chisel plow is done. We'll blow it off. Yeah, ain't been rained on. We'll blow it all off and be good to go. Then I got to rip that 5 acres there in front of the shop. Blow the ripper off when I'm done. Same with the disc. Disc got a little piece and all that. And we're done with tillage. Hope to put the ditcher on tomorrow morning. Well, tomorrow afternoon is my hope. So that way I'm ready to go ditch tomorrow afternoon. Hope to go ditch Saturday afternoon, or Saturday after I eat lunch, or after I eat an early lunch. Go blow some PTO ditches. Sorry, getting real close to you. Hope to go blow some PTO ditches where we had ammonia. Just kind of want to get them blowed out, cleaned out. Shouldn't have filled them in, but I got a couple that was filled in from the spring rain, so I'm going to go out there and kind of re-blow them, kind of clean them out. One of them's a wet farm anyway, just kind of want to get it blowed out good. But yeah, so that's the plan. Uncle's moving some dirt around with the tractor and blade, where a guy did some dirt work. Now I may chisel plow some more Sunday, where a guy did some waterway work. Uncle's playing around with the blade on it. It's going to take a while with how it is. We may take the chisel plow down there and kind of run through it. Kind of maybe it might scatter it out some. We don't know. He's just going to play around a little bit and see what it looks like. But yeah, so that's the status. I mean, we're on the home front. I mean, yeah, ammonia's done. I mean, that's a great feeling. It's done. Not that the bill's going to be great when I get it. But, yeah. Harvest is done. Got a lot of stuff to clean up. But with the chisel plow and all that, they're not really caked with mud. So they will clean off easy. I mean, blow them off, and that's an easy rinse. I am going to take, there's Uncle now going home. I am going to take, or have somebody take on this chisel plow. They're leaking again. The hydraulic cylinders are leaking again. We're going to go somewhere else with them. Let them look at it, but I'm not going to clean it. I'm going to leave it dirty and let them see where they're leaking from. Maybe it's cracked. I don't know. Hopefully they can fix it. Yeah, let them look at it. Somebody different. There's some cylinders on the discs that are leaking pretty good. Hopefully next week get them all taken off. Have them go rebuild them, inspect them, look at them, get them all fixed. That way next year it's ready to go, done. And I can wash this kind of where it's at, no big deal, and be pretty simple and easy. See what next week brings. I'll start cleaning stuff. I'll blow the draper head off first. We can get it put up. I mean, it's basically blowed off, but I can blow it off a little bit more. Just need to get the combine out, blow it off good, fill it back with fuel, as with all the tractors and all that. But then I'll probably leave things all hooked up really, because it's easier to move around with them. Just kind of keep them tied together. Maybe park it in the barn and all that, where I can kind of keep this on there and work on it out of the weather if it was shitty weather when it come back. So that would kind of make that easier to fix on. But yeah, so I mean, a lot's been going on. Been ripping, been chiseling. I don't think I've dissed any. Yeah, I don't think I've dissed any, or I don't remember I've dissed any. I'll say it that way, but yeah, so rolling pretty hard. Ammonia was all custom done. I knew kind of how the year was going. I wasn't gonna get it done, so they did it all. It's out of the way. It's on the ground or in the ground. So yeah, that makes me feel better. It's done. That's out next spring. So next spring when it gets dry, if it's April, I can start planting beans. That is my hope. Will it happen? It hardly ever does, but so that's the plan for right now. We'll see how we shake out and go from there, but it's the plan for now. Got a lot of stuff to do, got a lot of yields to figure. Tax guys coming Monday to run through the books. Ah, darn it, you didn't pick up. I went right through that ditch. Yep, that was cool. So yep, I'll have to mess with him Monday afternoon, but I could go blow something off or Monday morning, see, or get these cylinders off, get them off. My uncle can take them over, have them to the place, and have them look at them, inspect them, tear them apart, go from there. And maybe what I end up doing if Monday's nice and all that, get all my ditching done. I got 3 waterways I want to get mowed before we unhook the chopper. I'm going to say something to my other guy if he can come in Saturday, if he would mow them for me. And then I got another spot I want to mow like tomorrow or sometime. I want to mow a spot. It won't take 20 minutes or 30 minutes. I just want to get it mowed before going into winter, so that way the water can kind of get in better and all that. But yeah, sorry, making a turn. That's kind of my hope, my goal. Hopefully it gets done. Not saying it will, but that is my hope. You can always hope it does, and yeah, I'll let you figure the rest out. But yeah, I mean, well, I don't know what he's got left over there. I mean, by 6. Oh, well, no, I don't know by 6. By 6:30. Oh, within 2. Oh yeah, 2 hours easy. We ought to be done because these endros down here on the south we're not doing. They kind of wash anyway, so we're just not going to touch them. Just going to let them be. I would like to sow some wheat on them, a little cover crop to kind of keep the dirt in place. It didn't rain to ever make anything grow anyway. I mean, had some radishes in some places. Well, they didn't really get no height or really do no good. I mean, had that 1 2-inch rain, but they didn't really do as much as they should have did. But when you only get a 2-inch rain to really keep things going, it's not much you can do about it. And this corn stalks was shelled a little bit late, was later here and there, but the wheat wouldn't have been growing anyway. So no account, nothing was lost or gained, nothing was lost, but Just would have had some wheat growing there, but with no rain, it wouldn't grow anyway. And now we're November 15th. You're not going to get good growth anyway. Always good excuse, but I got some radishes in my spreader yet. I gotta get out of there. I want to get out of there. I mean, I'm not going to use it till spring anymore now. It's basically done. Because I'm not going to sow radishes now this late. The ones I sowed, now we had a little snow. I worked in the snow the other day. I was going to get a video and all that, but had a bad sinus infection and was still trying to get over it. But I'm very much on the mend, a lot. So, yeah, I worked a little bit in the snow, a little bit. Had a, that was Sunday now, Sunday, because I was out of this world Sunday. It was bad. It snowed Sunday night, Monday morning. I tried to run Monday morning, about 10, and yep, there's no way. It wasn't going to fly. Just way too much snow, and it was drifting around, blowing, and the swag, it was pretty deep, but no, just slipping too much. So called it a day, went back home, relaxed, called it a day. Come back out Tuesday after lunch, I think it was. I think. Maybe Tuesday morning, but worked fine, no issues. Uncle didn't start, Tuesday afternoon it really started melting pretty darn hard, pretty darn quick. We didn't disc anything till later on. It just, that snow made it kind of sloppy a little bit in some places. And there was still snow in the cornstalk. We didn't want to disc with snake snow and the disc bearings, so we let it go, but no big deal. It was going to get done anyway quickly. Actually, I do got one more field of money to do. Can't go into details what's going on. It's nothing new ground or anything, but just kind of waiting on some things to happen. We're not losing it. It's already worked and all that. So if we don't get it done, I'll have 35 acres to do next spring. Hoping to get it done. Not saying it will. So we'll see. See here. Anything really else? Yeah, I'm drawing blank. Didn't get much rain Sunday. And the snow and all was like a 10th and a half, so not much at all. I mean, it was kind of greasy there Tuesday afternoon a little bit. And then there that evening, I mean, I went to or didn't change fields, but then that evening it kind of changed, and heck, my slip was down to nothing pretty well in the Magnum, or what I'm in now. So yeah, I mean, it didn't change much at all really on that. All went pretty smoothly. It's all done. And I don't think I reset the acres on that ripper to know how many acres we actually did rip, but I'll know ballpark with this. Now, we did disc some corn stalks. We disced 25 and a 52. And also disced the 75, that new ground I got last year. We disced all it too. We ripped it last year. We ripped it, I think actually it all got ripped. I think it all. Yeah, I think because yes, it all got ripped last year. It all got ripped last year because 2 of them was corn on corn, 1 of them was new. But yeah, so it all got ripped last year. And I kind of thought, well, piss on it. It's all been ripped. There's no use going back again with the chisel plow. Yeah, I could mix up and run a chisel plow over it. But it's already got deep tillage done to it last year. Walk away. It's been bad. It's not bad. So we walked away and did it that way. We just dissed it. So we'll have some disc and some chisel plowed and ripped both. Disc can always dries out quicker, so we would have some beans to plant as well quicker, not on tile ground. Don't know, but we've got some both ways. Always said kind of wanting to, and we thought that was quicker. And the disc was the 125 acres. I thought, well, I'll just rip it. Well, he's down there with the disc right next to it, so it's like, why would I go down and rip it when you're right there? So It's all them's all dissed. We're walking away from them. We didn't make no tracks this fall. The one place I made a little bit of tracks this fall at the combine, I ripped it. It was pulled like a SOB. Ripper, but but it hadn't been ripped in, oh man, I'm going to say 7-8 years, somewhere in there. I mean, it's been a long time. It's always been tickle box. It's kind of a small field, a new pane with a big ripper. But yeah, so it's ripped. Setting good there. If it would stay dry, I wouldn't mind to get the 5-shank ripper on and go rip some bean end rows, some grain cart pass. Probably won't. Hopefully it does rain. Got a lot of stuff to do anyway. So yeah, I mean, not too worried about it. We're setting good. Won't complain where we're setting. I mean, we're basically done. 1 year we're not going to get everything done again. I know it's going to happen. I love these dry falls. It's been great. Co-op's getting a lot more stuff done. Now, granted, the dry fertilizer run was probably not as big as it has been in some years, but that's not their fault. Just how the environment of farm economy that we're in right now. It's not great. Inputs are through the roof, and our prices are coming back. Don't want to get political here. Is it all Donald Trump? No. Yeah, China's back buying. That is a plus. But you also got to look at it this way. China has always put so much money in infrastructure in Brazil. They're going to buy there. And Brazilian beans are cheaper, usually. So, I mean, like we as a people, as anybody listen to this, you give me yada, 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 the same thing at cheaper price, you're going to take the cheaper price item. So that's what China's done. And they always say up here, and even a lot of them have said, Brazil has better beans, better bean quality. Whatever that means, I don't know. I think that means the oil is better and all that. So, I mean, you're going to go where the better stuff is, and for cheaper price. Yeah, we did. China bought some beans off of us. And the funny thing is, they didn't buy any more because Brazil changed their price and got cheaper. So China went back to the cheaper source. So, yeah, and it's just utter BS that, yeah, China bought some beans. It's great, but yeah, when you're a country, you know, hey, you're not getting back with the you're not getting back into the USA. We're going to lower our bean price, so you stay with us and screw them. I mean, they're not dumb. I mean, and they're a competition to us. And China knows they got two people competing for business. They're the driver's seat. And it's both ways in a lot of businesses. Yeah, it sucks. I think we've got some new markets as well will help. It sounds like from what you read, the corn exports are very strong. Did I see this bounce back in price coming? Nope, not even close. It is great. It is great to see it happening. Good to see. Now, granted, we already cut back on the dry fertilizer anyway. We upped our anhydrous this year due to the liquid end. You just can't. You can't make it go. For my situation, basically, it would be a custom high, or even I rent a 32 bar. Do it that way. As of right now, the economics are screaming to run ammonia come spring again in side dress. I do not want to do it. I mean, I like ammonia. But also I think the plus side for me is going to be able to have a quote-unquote row crop cultivator pass with the toolbar. I think that will be a good thing to have, an option to have the cultivator pass along with putting ammonia out as well. Now things can change. I don't think it's going to change drastically to make that ever come back feasible. So we're running more in to run less in next time. And I've got some I probably won't come back and do any on. I'm thinking just kind of walk away. Your lighter producing fields, just kind of walk away and hope it's kind of enough. I will say this, we're dabbling. Now me and a neighbor have talked a drier year. We've seen it. Did we lose a lot of N this year? No, we don't think so. But now also my June 22nd corn went 195 across the scales dry. It was not dry when it was harvested, but it made over 200 wet with 150 pounds of N on it. So however you want to slice that, wet, dry, whatever you want to equalize that to. So now granted, it was all done in latter May. We only had the month of June that was very, very wet, and I won't say it's overly wet on that farm, or it was overly wet after that. So just some kind of things that's kind of got me pondering, and neighbors saying the same thing. Neighbors said the same thing. So, I got my best farm. They got 150 put on, and I screwed up. I didn't tell them raise the rate, but my best farm, I will say this, it's 177 acres. Now the end grows, I'm gonna murder the corn. It's gonna happen. It's just gonna happen. I'm gonna murder the corn. And that's the disadvantage. Yeah, I'm not putting on my ammonia, because you can come out here and wrap the border with 200 pounds of N, and then come back and then cut it back to 170. That's the disadvantage. But if you're running 32 though, that's the disadvantage that I see. I would like to see them have that option, because if it worked, we ran VRT 32, it worked fine, but I don't know on the ammonia side. I'm sure it'd be fine. But yeah, so that's the kicker, the key. I don't know. Inconclusive data, but a little bit of data I've got right now makes you ponder. Now we had to run all the sulfur and all that in the fall, but it's going to have time to break down. So that's the thing, we are losing that sulfur and boron. And the Milo, the same thing. We are really cutting back on it. But what's to say though, you can't just run some ATS. Pretty good douse of ATS on the spraying on tops, and that's in the back of my head. Just running pretty good when you're spraying. Just run ATS over top. No, not ideal, but that would get you some more sulfur content right there to go from there. So hindsight 2020. I'm not talking about the government payment that's supposed to come. I don't want it. My personal opinion, I don't want it. But it's not going to make the inputs, it's not going to stay with us. Do I need it? It would be nice, yes, but it's just going to go on to Uncle Sam. It's going to go on to my banker, my farm credit, my people I owe bills to. So it's not going to stay in my hand. Nothing will change. The input suppliers and not the co-ops, whether it be the, sorry to name a name, or say the Bayer, the Corteva. Oh, hey, you got money, now we want it. So and that's the drawback that I don't like it, because I know that's what they're going to do is, hey, chemical prices ain't coming out till we know what money you're going to get. So we can, hey, you got, I'm just saying a number, you got 15 bucks an acre, so hey, this chemical cost, we was going to lower it 40 cents, whatever. I'm just saying, I don't know. Just throwing a number out there. So we're not going to lower it now because you got this yada yada payment, whatever you want to call it. My short ramble on that, that's my opinion. And I don't want to touch any more on that because it can get very touchy very quick. But that's my opinion. I don't want to. Yes, it would be nice, but it's not gonna gain anything. It's not gonna do anything. Yeah, it'd be nice to pay my bills off with it, but the next one down the line won't change their price to offset it. Oh, you got money, we feel sorry for you. Nope, sorry. Here you go. Here's your new bill that just went higher because you got this money. I mean, that's the kicker. I mean, repair bills are stupid. I mean, and not counting the CMI, the combine, I think I spent, the CMI was 20, don't quote me on that. But the gearbox deal was basically running up to 12,000. I mean, yeah, 12,000. I spent $20,000 in the combine in season. $20,000. And that's not counting the CMI. I mean, basically I spent over a combine payment this year on that combine. I mean, that's just ludicrous. Ludicrous, and very upsets me. And I've already told the dealer I want to talk to somebody from Case, because I mean, 1,000-hour machine and you're spending $40,000 in a year. You know, it's just frustrating to me, and I know they're all the same. Deere, Case, whatever, they're all the same. And I got a person trying to trade me something right now. I'm not interested very. I mean, it's a 2023 what she's trying to trade me. And for a 2023 that is brand new, never been to the field yet, the price they want is stupid. And I told her that. I said, it ain't been to the field, you still got it. Now, granted, they may sell it in the next 6 weeks here to somebody, but for 2023 cornhead, now I ain't seen pictures of it, but I mean, it's just, yeah, it's just like, there's no incentive to go buy that thing. And I would think, and do I want it? No, I really don't want it. I wanted to get rid of what I got because what I got I hate, and she knows it because she sold it to me, and I told her what I thought of it every day that I run it. So she knows I hate it. But like I told her, I said that deal is ludicrous, and I'm not even that. Yeah, I need to talk to my banker anyway about it, but I'm just, yeah. I mean, there's some other questions I gotta ask anyway about that, but and like I said, out of curiosity, I said, well, what's the interest rate for just out of to finance it? Because money's not sitting on trees right now. And she said like 6.8%, and I'm like, yep, I'm good. After that, ain't no use even making a phone call, because I said, you're not even close to my league. And she said, what do you need to trade? I said, you're not even close. And it's and then some other stuff to make some other stuff work. How mine does now. A guy told me yesterday to, another $3,000 on top of the trade price, and it's like, really? For these little, I mean, I ain't saying they're little bitty things, but brackets, $3,000. I just kind of shook my head. He's like, yeah, we had another guy do this about a year ago. He said, not the same thing, but he said, yeah, and the guy didn't call and ask, and he said he liked the shit there when he told us about what he did, and he's ready to order brackets, and he said he liked the shit when he saw them, when he heard him tell him the price. And I'm like, yep, because I would have too, because I was thinking $1,000. And they're like, that's what this guy said too, and he said he very shockingly got the shock of his life. Now they tried to sell me all new, and that pretty well said nope. Now the dealer did say basically, you can keep what you can take that off of yours and keep it, no big deal, and the trade don't change. Which the guy thought, well, that's kind of odd to me, because he said there was something. And I said, well, that was my opinion too until she said that, and yeah, that just kind of flabbergasted me. You may never know what it is. We'll may talk eventually about it one day, but yeah, it's just hindsight. Like I told her, yeah, if I had got a demo of it, would have never been on the farm, and she knows that very strongly, and that's why she's trying to make it right. But I said that's not making it right. I said I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. You're not making it even close to right to me. And her hands are tied. I just kind of thought, but I mean, and I guess I kind of look at it when I think about it a little bit. It was bought in the quote-unquote high times, or good times, as the good times roll, however you want to say that. So they got a pretty good price on it, probably. Got a lot of money in it, wanting a lot of money out of it, or a decent amount of money back out of it. Don't want to walk away in the hole. But I think they got three of them. Yeah, I think she said they got three of them, or maybe two. Maybe it is just two, and then 224s. Either way, I mean, they've got several to pick from. Oh, that ditch is rough. So yeah, hang on. Line back up now. But yeah, so who knows? I'm not counting on it. And he talked to my tax guy about it anyway, because I'm not keen on it anyway. But I know it would make me money, and that's all I'm really going to say. I know it would make me money from what I'm losing on this thing, because I hate this thing. And it is a, I just really can't say much more. But yeah, it's very, very piss poor design. And told the rip when I thought about it, and the update that they did to it made the problem worse on one end, but it fixed the other problem. So it's a catch-22. And yeah, it's just, now one thing I did notice, and I have yet to figure out why, and I am confused, when my June corn, I saw nothing. I saw nothing, which I don't know to tell you what I'm looking at, but I saw nothing on that, and I don't understand it. When I was picking that June corn, all I was getting was ears. I mean, just plain ears, and it was, I don't know, I'm still trying to understand that. Totally different hybrid was planted on the farm, so can't fully say that. I don't understand. I'm still trying to decipher that. I don't get it. But that's the deal. Sorry, probably the limbo, but there's a view of what's going on. But I guess next year will be, and I think, well, we're basically done. Got to get seed all booked and all that. Got to get that coming. I will say the 4407 Milo, I'm not a fan of. Very, very, very disappointed. Behind hog manure, I was really expecting a lot more. Now, I'm not going to say it's a lot of the variety. Another guy had it. But one thing that we did see this year that really shined, and I think it goes to say the wet feet, but I don't. We both had it, and the seed guy said your best Milo was on tile ground. And now mine's white, chalky, not great dirt. His was on very, very good dirt, but deer was an issue. So I mean that's the question to me is did tile? I mean tile helps. I mean. I think it went 165 dry on mine. The old standby 3816. The one right next to it, no tile. And it's around woods as well, like the other is. The other one with replant mixed in. Now the 3816 had replant mixed in it too. It would have been better than that, but then didn't have any replant. But now the back part, back and behind me, it was a lot of 200 plus with a Milo. I mean, phenomenal Milo. I mean, I'm going to say my best I've ever raised on what I'm going to call my shittiest dirt, and I own it. I mean, I own it. We tiled it, and it really shined. The replant, it did fine. I mean, it went 132, 133, somewhere in that range. And I'm not complaining. I mean, that's for what a corn crop would have did. It didn't come close. I mean, and deer did not bother that, and that's what really has gotten me baffled. Just you did not see the deer even bedding in it. And that's and it's all next to the park where we've had issues. And I mean issues with deer. I mean, and that's just what's baffling to me and mind-blowing. I mean, I am not complaining. I mean, I just don't know if another guy had corn around there close, if they just didn't decimate his. And I got to ask two neighbors, because I'm very curious, because I think they got decimated. And they avoided mine because they didn't want to screw with it when they had better food source, I'll say. But yeah, so, I mean, I'm not backing away from the Milo. Now, the buyers changed. Mine on Terre Road, it was closed. Only thing is, mine would not get dry. And we still could not get dry. And a lot of other guys had cut theirs 3+ weeks ago, prior to mine. And I could not, now the replant, I knew that. I knew that going in, it wasn't going to get there. The manure field, I kind of thought the same thing. It won't get there either. Just being that much hog manure on it, it's just not going to dry. But we had corn the same way. When we showed wet corn, it was 30% corn versus 23 down the road. That was the same darn hybrid, basically, or same maturity, planted 2 days difference. I mean, it was just a manure, but it was a stalk that was as green as grass. Yeah, so, I mean, we kind of seen that. Just that, now they had 44% on tile ground. They said it was very, very good. I was just very displeased with mine. Now with the plot, and I got to pull the field view out, and I got to go through and update all the yield information into that field view, because there were some good varieties left in spots, and there's a number they want us to plant, 4376. And another one, and them two shine. I mean, they shine. And there's another, and it seemed like I told the seed guy another later one as well. But that's our problem. Like we've said, on the corn side, we can dry corn, no big deal. But on the Milo side, we can't really, we got nothing to dry it with. I mean, when we got to the Milo, it all had to go to town, so we was kind of sitting there in limbo, kind of waiting, and hauling the town. They was hauling the towns we could go. It was kind of slow and taking the time. We was no hurry. We had stuff to do with evenings or whatever, disc, whatever. Not great, not ideal. But yeah, so we made it work, and they made it work out, and they basically shut everybody down. And then on the last day, they had two guys brought in 3 loads of wet Milo, and they said, well, hey, you're not supposed to come in, and that plugged the wet bin up, and that slowed us down to get done by 2 hours quicker. So they slugged the wet bin full of wet Milo, and it was supposed to be, they were supposed to start, he wanted them to start Friday, and they didn't listen, and just, anyway, it worked out. Now, I do think Rockville would have been a better place to go, but whenever we was trying to cut, they were not open. Now, that last day we cut, that Thursday, I did find out that they started taking after lunch, Milo after lunch. But we was done, and I wasn't going to jack with it. We was already going to another guy promised he'd buy it, so he was happy, and he took care of me. When they got wet Milo plugged, I mean, he was calling me, I was like, hey, what's going on with my truck? We're having issues. And he said, well, I don't know. And they took care of me, and I was really gun shy. I wasn't going to get done. But the rain ended up not materializing, so it was okay. But still, didn't want to take that chance lacking 10 acres of Milo standing, because you can't get done because you got nowhere to put it, and they're full of Milo. But anyway, they took it good. Now the Milo acres next year are going up. Just how the rotation kind of works out, not ideal by any means to have as much as I'm going to have. Now me and the seed guy kind of talked a little bit, and hoping there's ever a year that we can plant Milo, like we can, okay, just say 75-degree weather, you're going to plant beans, so you're going to go back to plant some corn, finish your beans, and hopefully you can basically get your beans done by May 5th or 10th and go right to planting Milo when 60-some degree weather or soil temp, and call it good and be done, and not be dragging around this end of May, 1st of June planting Milo. Now we had the year, but like the corn did not dry this year at all either. So the corn didn't dry, so milo don't dry in a good year. So what makes it gonna dry in a crappy year? The corn ain't gonna dry either. So